Hey everyone, welcome back to my Amazon series in 2024. This is a three-part series all about three important things that you should know before you become an Amazon seller. When you're in your early days, these things were critical. These are where I've made mistakes and learned from. If I had my time again, I would make sure I wouldn't make them. So, last week we covered pricing. Now, pricing was all about setting the price a little bit higher, getting those higher profit margins, and making sure that you eliminate bad ideas with pricing. Today we're going to be talking about product validation. Very important, but if you missed the pricing one at the end of this video, go back and watch it because you're going to get some absolute sauce. So, hi guys, I'm Chris Steff. I'm here to educate you about Amazon and Amazon Australia specifically. If you're new to my channel and you like this content and you want to learn more how you can become a successful Amazon seller, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and keep up to date with all the content I drop. Now, like I said, this is part two of the three-part series where I'm talking about the benefits of understanding some of the mistakes I've learned along the way with some of these lessons that occurred in my early days so that you can become a successful seller too. Now, to break down product validation, I want you to think about three simple aspects. Is there demand for my product? Is there low competition? And is there a way to make my product stand out from all the other ideas out there? These are the three things that you need to think about when validating your product. Let's start with number one, demand. When talking about demand, we're talking about search volume and revenue. Amazon is like Google, it's a search platform. People are coming to amazon.com.au looking for a product. So if they're not searching for the product and if they're not buying the product, then what's the point trying to sell it? You need to use tools like ZonGuru, Helium 10, Jungle Scout to vet your products and see if there's actually demand. And what I mean by this is you want to go on there and you want to type the keyword that you're looking for your product. So if you wanted to sell a water bottle, you're typing in water bottle and you're seeing if people are searching for that product. You're seeing if people are buying that product and you're seeing how much money they're making for selling that product. From here, we can determine if it is profitable. From here, we can determine if it's going to be a good product or if it's going to be a bad product to sell. Now, I like to use ZonGuru and the Chrome extension. I find it very easy to use. Here you can see all the data on a product's performance. A good practice is to see what the top 5 sellers are doing, and if the top seller is doing 5K and up per month, and the other 4 are doing over 1,000, there is most likely enough demand. Now remember, Amazon Australia is growing, and that 5K now might be 10 to 15K in coming years. That's why it's a perfect opportunity to get in early. One thing to be aware of is that if you don't have the right keyword when you're doing this product research, you're going to get skewed results. I like to use the tool in ZonGuru called Keywords on Fire. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos, but this is really good to get the right keywords. From here, you can get the correct data and you can validate whether a product has high demand or low demand. If you're new to ZonGuru and you're looking to find a tool that works to look for product research, to compare products, all this sort of data analysis, I'd highly recommend using ZonGuru, and I have a link below that you can use. You'll get a discounted rate for your first month. So point number one is don't waste your time on a product that has no demand. Make sure that there is search volume. Make sure that there is revenue so that you're not wasting all this time and money on a product that's not going to sell. You could be using all that energy on a little bit longer product research and finding a product that's actually going to take off and set you up for success. Point number two, what is the competition like? All right, so your product has demand, but what about the competition? You're about to start selling and your product has no reviews. You have no ranking. You need to know what the competition is like. If you're entering a highly competitive market and you don't know that you're entering this market, there's a good chance you're going to bottom out very quickly. You need to know what you're up against so that you can beat the competition. It's like anything. It's like sport. You need to see who you're playing against so you can plan to go into battle. For this, you need to analyze the competition. Now, within the Conquer ANZ Academy, we have a launchpad which covers key metrics to make sure that we're going into less competitive markets and that the products we're choosing are actually going to have a chance. There's no point going into markets where you don't think you have a winning shot. Now, for this, we look at data such as hero shot, we look at images, we look at title, bullet points, A+ content, is there a video? We look at their keyword ranking. We look at their ratings, their reviews, whether they're shipped from outside of Australia. All these things are important aspects when you're trying to launch your first product. Now, I'm not saying you can't compete in a highly competitive market, But as a beginner, and remember, these are the 3 lessons that I think you should learn from as a new seller, is that why would you compete in a market like Amazon Australia when there's so many opportunities to come in and find gaps? You don't have to be bidding and trying to beat the biggest selling product on the market. You can find little gaps all over the place where you can make $5,000 to $10,000 a month, no problems. You just have to do the research. So what I'm saying is, if you do the competitor research, which we do inside the academy, we can tell you whether or not you've got a flying shot. And if you have a shot, then we're buckling up and we're going for it. So as a new seller, you may not get everything right. It's most likely that you're going to hit some roadblocks. You're going to have a few mistakes, and that's okay. But if you're going into a highly competitive marketplace, you don't have that opportunity to make these mistakes and still survive the process. If we're going into a marketplace with a little bit lower competition, especially like Australia is in general, but even more specific, there's certain niches where there's definitely opportunity, then you're going to be in a much easier place to learn everything you need to kick it with the big dogs. Now we've covered demand, we've checked the competition, but how do we make our product pop? How do we make our product stand out? And we need to think about this when we're starting as an Amazon seller. Point number 3, can my product idea be shown in a way that stands out? Now, Amazon is a visual platform. So to catch the eye of the consumer that is scrolling through the pages, you need to have a product idea that stands out from the rest. You need to be able to win that click. You need to be able to entice the customer to choose your listing over everyone else's. And you're going to find that hard if you're just rinse and repeating the same products. For example, if I was to sell this whiteboard marker here, now how easy would this be to recreate and make this stand out from the rest? You'd have to really get creative. It's just a whiteboard marker. So really, if you're just going to try to resell this because there's high demand, you're not going to make that much money. Or you might make a little bit of money to begin with because there might only be a few listings, but everyone's going to copy this. You're going to have no moat around it, and it's going to be a price war down to the bottom. So we're looking for products that actually stand out, or products we can make stand out and differentiate in a way that can be seen from the hero shot specifically, because that's when people are going to click our product. If we can do this, then you're already onto a winning product. Now, as a new seller, if we can't do this and we're just copying the market and trying to replicate something that already has reviews, already has ranking, already has a listing, then we're just going to struggle. You're not going to be a good solid brand unless you actually think outside the box and try to stand out from the rest. So that's it for product validation, guys. This is part 2 of the 3 important lessons you should know before starting your Amazon journey. Now, if you like this video, please make sure to give a like. Hit a subscribe if you want to keep up to the channel. It's all about Amazon, specifically Amazon Australia, and how you can become a successful seller. And if you want to learn more about the Conquer ANZ Academy and hear what our students are up to and how they're using our Launchpad to find winning products time after time, then make sure to hit me up on my socials. You can see them below. It's Chris_Steph. Send me a message on DM on Instagram. I'll chat with you there, and you can ask me anything you want in more detail. But for now, if you enjoyed this video, comment below. Happy selling, and I'll see you in the next one.